All right, hey guys, it's been a while. Got too lazy and everything got too intense with this video recording, and so I've been super lazy about recording. But I want to record how I'm doing right now because the summer is about to end and I'm about to go back to work. I'm gonna turn around. As you can see, here's a bunch of people in line to do the COVID test. All right, so let's talk. I'm gonna start with the bad, end with the good. Well. So right now, how are things going in China? Still getting blamed a lot for the virus. As I walk on the street right now, some people, will look at you with a very negative facial expression and put on their mask as if you have the virus. Well, I went to Inner Mongolia, and because of the virus and some other reasons, foreigners can't stay in certain hotels. So you have to call before and ask them hey, can you accept foreigners? Because they'll say, oh well, we don't accept foreigners because of the pandemic, or they'll be like, we don't accept it because we need a special authority to have foreigners, it's kind of a gray area. So basically everything was going good. Went on a tour, and then of course you can't stay at the hotel because they don't accept foreigners. People don't wear masks. No one's wearing a mask. Everyone else is fine. No one cares. But the second you walk in wearing a mask, you have your health code, you have the date of entry on your passport and everything. They're like, you can already tell they're going to say no because of their facial expression or whatever. So that's been super annoying. And it just makes me I spent so much time trying to learn Chinese, trying to kind of come into this culture, and it is very difficult. It's even harder now because people have kind of changed how they view non-Chinese people right now, I think, because of politics and other things. So that's that. So that's pretty negative, and it's kind of made me realize no matter how good your Chinese is or whatever, even if I, marry my girlfriend and we have children, and the child is half Chinese, half American or some other ethnicity, race, nationality, and it speaks fluent Chinese, they will still not get treated the same in China. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. It's kind of up there. Yeah, which reminds me, on the Chinese social media, because I'm learning Chinese, my Chinese is getting better. I posted some photos. I always post of me practicing Chinese. I don't know, it just helps. It gives me motivation. It gives me okay, I'm gonna post something that's out there, it's on the internet, right? It's very organized. Rather, if I just say I'm gonna practice and then I tick it off on my schedule, there's nothing to really show what I've done. So I like having a record, and you can hear my pronunciation and everything. So I like that. So on those websites I'll post a picture of me and my girlfriend. Now all the I don't know, see, you can never really know what it is, because on one hand, in Chinese society, I feel people are very cold. No one asks you how are you doing. There's no mental health talk. There's no people don't even really talk to even strangers. You go to the convenience store, you get something, you check it out. You won't say hey, how are you to that person. You might even say thank you, and they won't even say you're welcome or something like that. So it's very I don't know. And oh my God, there are so many people doing the test. So under these conditions, right? So the photo gets stormed with a bunch of really negative comments coming from men, and then the women are kind of defending my my girlfriend, what she's saying. So as you can see, here's someone thinking, yeah, here's the line right here, and then as you can see, they put their hand over their mouth as if you have the virus or something. So anyways, so that happened, and it's just it blows your mind. There's certain accounts specifically dedicated to targeting Chinese women who date not non-Chinese men. There's literally accounts in the name in Chinese, like anti-black or anti-N-word in Chinese or anti-whatever. And I don't know. I had so many reactions to it. Like the first, like on some levels you're angry, on some levels you're like, well, don't feed the trolls, that's how it is. There's so many emotions. I feel like I'm good now. I feel like I've like processed it. And honestly, it's like, if you, I don't know, there's so many layers to it. I mean, like to get married in this country as a man, you have to buy a house. The house is super expensive. It's like, I don't know, 30 times the annual salary of any job that you have. And the job that you have sucks, by the way, because you have to like work overtime for free, like you're expected to, because if you don't, there's so many people here that you'll just get switched out, right? So there's no like value in like the work that you do. It's all kind of like fake. I don't know how to explain it. So that's that. So on one hand, like I understand like that these men are like unhappy and they kind of just project that unhappiness on you because like, I don't know, even it's hard to explain though, because like some like they don't, like the men here, they don't go out and talk to the women. They don't like pursue the women. It's kind of weird. Like the social dynamics, like I said, like people don't really talk and stuff like that. So you don't really talk to like people that you don't know. So it's, I don't know, like, and then when you're in high school, you're just trying to like improve your grades for this college entrance exam, or else like you're like gonna have even a worse job or no job or who knows. So they're like, oh my God, like it's so hard to find like a girlfriend. Like, I wish you guys well, but like leave China. It's like leave China. Even right now, it's kind of loud. That's how it is. Even right now, they made it so you can see people's IP address, so you can see where they are, right? For like security purposes. I think it's kind of good though, because like you can like see if you're getting scammed, like, okay, this person is like not even in China, right? So obviously you don't send the money. So, but some of these you can see it's like in France, in America, England, all over the world. And they're like, get out of China. And then you're like, well, I don't know, what is it that makes it so like, if you're Chinese, you can go anywhere. And like, if you look at statistics, like most people that get a green card or foreign students come from like China, right? So it's almost like this privilege, like I should be able to go where I went to, but like when you come to my country, like you can't do it, or like, I don't know. So how much of like the population does that opinion represent? Like, who knows? And you won't know because like the accounts, I feel like they're kind of just like no one shows their face. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like the social dynamic thing I'm talking about, like people aren't as open, so like they won't even show their faces in normal times, and sometimes people open up those accounts just so they can like say things or send things or do things that they can't do on their normal account because like they'll get like judged. So I don't know. So that's that. Positive things I think though is I feel like I've let go on like when I've come here, right? I have some Chinese friends, I'll say, but I feel like I have less Chinese friends than even foreigners or other teachers that can speak or that can't speak Chinese have. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm at like home studying the language, but I don't really use the language as much as I should. But then at the same time, it's like, well, people don't really like say like, how are you? Or like people don't really ask or talk to strangers in general. So you kind of have to like go out there and like talk to them. And then no matter what, like they kind of feel awkward. Even if your Chinese is like fluent, right? They like feel like awkward. I don't know. It's like so weird. Like even like I go to the gym today, I'm like, hello, I got like a day card. And then you'll never get like this normal reaction from people. They'll be like, oh my God, like you're a foreign. It's either like really negative or really positive or like picture. So, but I don't know. I feel like I've I've learned with it, and I've learned it's more about like finding like the right people. And but I guess you could say that for like everything, like everywhere. You have to find like the people that kind of like click with you, and like you know in like here you will find people that like understand where you're coming from, and like they know things. And I don't know, there's more people like that obviously in cities where there's more foreigners, and I've been in cities where there's not a lot of foreigners. So I don't know, but I guess I will applaud myself that I can stay in cities where there's not a lot of foreigners, because the foreigners that are in bigger cities like can't do that. I don't know. So I guess I'll applaud myself for that. But yeah, so on top of that, I feel like I've let go. Like I don't blame them. I don't blame myself. It's just like how it is, right? And as I'm here longer, I learn how to deal with more of the problems that come up with life living here. And then, there's reasons for it, like, the censorship on the internet, right? So people can't really even communicate or talk to people from other countries. And I don't know, it creates this identity of like, of us versus them. And when really, like, I don't know, sometimes you feel like people don't even look at you as like you're a person, but like more of like this object or something, like, just take a picture. But like people don't realize, like, I don't know, I've spent so much time to like study the language, and then I will try to speak it, but people don't really engage with you like after like daily life stuff, like, oh, where is this, or blah blah blah. Like I can handle all of that pretty confidently. Now what I'm trying to do is work on like opinions, and the textbooks aren't really good for, they're good for teaching. Like I feel like they're good for reading. My reading has gotten really good lately. Like I'm reading novels, so I'm like kind of amazed at that, and so that's good. Also, I feel like actually like Chinese is easier than if I was like learning like French or Russian, because there's no like there's no difference, there's no like conjugating verbs, there's no like, everything is straightforward. It's a pictogram, right? So you can kind of guess the meaning of a word as is. And when I go and try to read something in Russian, and then I'm like, okay, well, what's the root of the word? It can be confusing. So that's that. So I guess that's good. So I've actually decided to like make my own textbook, and now I'm like reading the news and getting more vocab from that, and I'm making like lessons on how I would teach English to like higher level students and stuff. So that's something good and to be positive about. And yeah, I have met more cool people. Like they even talk about politics and stuff, so it's not like it's just me, my girlfriend, and coworkers, but like now there's more people I'm talking to, and I'm finally meeting like the people from China that you would meet, like that go to the US. I feel like it's a very select group of people within China, and definitely not the majority, because you have to have like a lot of money to like afford international like tuition, for example. So finally meeting those people, it's like cool. Guess the only issue is like, if someone wants to talk to you, there's like a 90% chance their English is good, and then you kind of like end up speaking English. But I don't know, gotta learn how to deal with it. So that's that. Met my girlfriend's family, that's nice, everything's good. COVID's still going on. It gives you unexpected vacations. There's like one case and like the city locks down, so it's bittersweet, because like you don't have to work, so like that's good. I can like study more, but at the same time, like you might not get paid, but who knows? So I don't know. But on that note, like the salaries go up, and I have realized actually I have a very good job. Like I've kind of stayed in a certain area within China, and I was thinking like, man, like I should really like go out further, but my girlfriend's family and connections are here. So I kind of like stay around her city with her, and we like live together. But after going to like Inner Mongolia, northern places, like honestly, like the inequality within like the economy in China is like crazy. Like one section, it will be like just like super, it will be like better than probably like New York or something, right? But then you go to like another place and it's like there's like not even like cell phone signal, so it's crazy. Like the economic development is like not like well balanced like between places at all. So actually, like I'm in a really good place, and I have a really good job for what it is. Uh, yeah, so that's good. All right, it's 15 minutes, so I'll end there. I'm just gonna upload it like this and take care.